What the heck? But there we go. That will work. Works enough. I really need to get a tripod or do it so I'm not having to charge my phone at the same time. Maybe I can just stuff it in there. Oops. Are we still going? Are we still here? Looks like it's still working. What's up, everyone? Yeah, it seems like every time we go live now during lunch, we end up creating like some alternate reality. Like the other day we did Jeff Gordon. Yesterday was Jeff Gordon, if he was still racing NASCAR, never retired. And then the day before was if the Vikings never got dissolved. And if I was a Viking, like how what Viking America would look like. So it's fun. Oops, I wouldn't want to go alone. Now we're just hanging out. Well, let's see all messages. Just making sure we're good. I'm just hanging out. I did a quick little photo shoot at the flower shop and got some videos, content for their social media. So I'll be editing that as well. While we hang out and go live. Appreciate you guys hanging out while we went live for while I was filling bottles earlier. Let's see here. The number one sleep mistake holding you back from better sleep. What do you think? They're always like, oh, don't look at your phone. Don't look at any blue light or... It's funny. 12 people now. What's up, everyone? We're sending you to Super Age, so it's just an ad for... Yeah, hit me with it, Ryan. What's up, dude? Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says here. Men over 50 are more prone to obstructive sleep apnea. Golly. I have sleep apnea too, so I get that. What's the reason of my beard? That's a good question. It's more of a story. So my brother-in-law, before my brother-in-law became my brother-in-law, he wanted everyone to have mustaches for his bachelor party, and I didn't want to, sorry, excuse me. I didn't want to grow out my just a mustache, for like 6 months. So like, well, heck it, I'm gonna grow a freaking beard. Grew this badass beard. Didn't even realize I could grow a beard. Just grew a beard out, and then when it came time for the bachelor party, I shaved, or I trimmed into a mustache, and was like, you know what? I just really miss having a beard, and so ever since then, I've just decided to have a beard. To simplify your answer, it's just because I can. I grew a beard out just because I can. Do you have a beard? Any facial hair? Little goatee? The do's and don'ts of sleep mastery. Hot shower, yes. Cannabis, think twice. Blue light, nope. Biphastic sleep? Not really. Sleep mask plus noise cancellation, yep. Morning routine, yep. Interesting. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. We're just having a nice, it's almost 1 p.m. here on the West Coast. Where's everyone watching from? Looks like we got some Spanish speakers here. No, I did about a few years ago. I cut them out like this much off, and I realized just how much I hated it for myself. You know, I don't like having a short beard, but it seems like the shorter the beard, the more guys are willing to make it their entire personality. I knew a guy that had like a really, really tiny beard, and that it was everything to him. He made his Instagram name. He, you know, talked about it having. I'm just like, dude, I got more hair on my downstairs, man. You're watching from the United States. What part of the United States? CR7 Miguel. You must be on the West Coast somewhere. If it's no, it's not that bad. I just use shampoo and conditioner. I do wash it twice a day though. Just like you're about to tell me like check this out, and then you explain what it was, but then now we're recording.
Okay. Oh my goodness, check this out. This leaf just opened here. This is called an elephant ear.
You did name the elephant ear plant in the video. So right now I'm just I'm editing. I just went. If you saw in the morning stream, I after I was filling bottles, I went down to the flower shop that I run their social media, and we just got a bunch of video clips for their social media. So I'm just gonna be editing that stuff right now. If you get distracted. Un poquito español, Miguel.
Hi there, Jackie Long from Valley Flores. In honor of International Women's Day, we invite you to kind of information just for you, from us to celebrate.
English or Spanish? What do I do? I work at a fire academy filling air bottles. I used to be the SCBA tech, but then my job got outsourced to Pennsylvania. Which, you know, when I say that out loud and you guys hear that, you're like, wait a second, you guys are in California, but your job got outsourced to Pennsylvania? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't really make any sense to me either, especially when you have to ship all of that stuff across country, you know. So yeah, now I just fill air bottles for him basically.
Hi there. See you on Saturday.
But I do like social media management and photography to help kind of help fund the fund. Basically. How many jobs have I had so far? Quite a bit, to be honest. Let's see. So like as far as like changing jobs, that's interesting. I've worked at the fire academy. I've worked there since for the last 13 years, right? But I've always had my job there. So with that being said, I've been a taproom manager at a brewery. I've worked for this radio company, doing their social media. Hey Parveen, good to see you again, dude. Doing their social media. I've been a mechanic at a strawberry farm, and that ended around this time last year, actually. And I've also been a full-time firefighter too. So, yeah, I've had quite a few jobs in the last 13 years.
We invite you ladies to.
There's a hum. You can. I can't talk. The mic picked up the hum from the cooler. What about you, Ryan? What do you do for work?
In honor of International Women's Day, we invite you ladies to come in and pick up a free carnation just for you, from us to you.
Okay, I like that more. Oh, you speak Portuguese. Interesting. Hold on, my dog wants in. Be right back. Hey, Higgins. Yeah, I've had quite a bunch of jobs, different jobs. My favorite is probably just working for myself, you know? When you work for yourself, you have like, I don't want to say unlimited income, but you're not relying on someone else to be like, oh, well, this is how many hours you get this week and stuff, right? Happy. That sounds like good audio that you could use for a. I'm making a clip right now for a. It's on Saturday is International Women's Day. Shorts. Women's Day. So making a short for him, and we just, like I was saying, we just filmed it, so. It's nice to have little background tunes in it, you know?
In honor of International Women's Day, we invite you ladies to come in and pick up a free carnation
Oops.
just for you, from us to you, to celebrate how special you truly are. 322 North H Street on Polk Valley Florist. See you on Saturday.
Nice. Oh, nice. Okay. Were you a cop, or did you like work, like intake or the jail and stuff like that? And now you work at a factory? What kind of factory do you work at, if you don't mind letting us know? Yeah, we don't really have a set schedule of when we go live, but we kind of just go for it. So your best bet would just be to subscribe, and that way you always know when we do go live. Subscribing's free, right? I kind of want both of these flowers in there. And these, my blue light blocking glasses, kind of give the screen kind of a weird little tint. So everything looks warmer than it actually is. It's kind of annoying. Actually, no, we wanted one that was like. Fresh. Yeah. Dairy. Okay, interesting. That's pretty cool. Have I asked that? Have you answered that? What part of the country are you watching from? The dairy industry. What's that like? You just have like a bunch of cows just chilling, making milk and stuff.
In honor of International Women's Day, we invite you ladies to come in and pick up a free carnation just for you, from us to you, to celebrate how special you
We have some dairy farms up by us. What is that? Where is that called? But they smell so bad.
Hi there.
In the CR7, you're watching from Oregon? Oregon's cool. I like Oregon. My favorite part about Oregon is how people like to talk shit on California from there. But then when you find out that a lot of people aren't really actually born in Oregon, a lot of people have just moved there and then try to claim that claim that they're from Oregon. It's like, okay, you live there, but you're not actually born there. But hopefully, Miguel, it's a different story for you. Packaging dairy products and preparing them for shipment to stores. Oh, okay. Hang out with a lot of jugs. I bet there can just be a lot of fun jokes about that, right? Okay, we got that one clip done. Oh, no, wrong. What am I doing here? Sometimes I try to use the little quick little tabs here. And I know it's like I'm just trying to save clicks and stuff, and it's not quite not quite working out. But the title of this vlog live stream is alternate timelines. So do you guys have any suggestions of one we can create? What age did I become independent? What do you mean by that? Expand your question. Financially? Oh gosh, I guess when I started working, that makes sense. If I'm understanding the question. I mean, my parents don't give me money. If that's what you mean. Yeah, we are. How many are we at now? I do want to do like a live stream hit until we do like one of those marathon streamings where it's like we won't stop streaming till we hit 2,000. But I think the last time I checked, I was only 11 away. So we're getting pretty close. Oh dang! We're getting right there. It's annoying when this is like a little sidetrack. I specifically made this video in vertical format, right? Like I cropped it, and Facebook just uploaded it into like a square version. Like, come on, Facebook. I don't know if any of you guys use Meta Business Suite for doing like this kind of stuff, but it's so stupid. Like honestly, every time I do Facebook stuff, I just lose a lot of respect for that platform. It's like you're what, a billion-dollar company, over $1 billion company now, right? And it's just embarrassing. For this video. Do I even want to go to YouTube Studio and see what the official number is here? Gosh dang, it is windy. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but it is windy. Nice, you guys. 1,991. We only need 9 more subscribers. So if all 5 of you guys could subscribe, that would be super cool. Then we'd be really close. We only need 9 more to go. How to get rid of obsessive thinking or overthinking? Ooh, probably pick a sport like running or cycling. Anything that you can just do for a good amount of time, like an hour or two at once. And then that way you'll just be too tired to overthink. At least that's what I did. Or do. If you guys tune into my daily vlogs, I upload a video every single day at 12 Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. And I'm getting ready for my first ultra 100-mile marathon. Which again, doing that for long of a distance, you do have a lot of time with yourself to just think and stuff like that. But every single day I upload a video, and it's all about just positivity and doing something every single day to make yourselves better than you were yesterday. So I think really just find something that you're passionate about. And try to be happy. What are you thinking about or overthinking? Or is that what we should create an alternate timeline for? Is thinking and overthinking? No, that's stupid. That did not do what I wanted it to do. What? Paint caption. Stopping by on Saturday. I heard a funny one today. I don't know if I can say it or not because it's a little spicy. But there's only 2 things here. You either got a train or you got a tunnel. And I heard that, I was cracking up. True, right? I know a lot of people, like are trapped in their own mind, and they're able to convince themselves of just terrible things, and it's like, what the heck? Why would you convince yourself of those things, And I'm sober now, right? I've been sober for almost 2 years. But my girlfriend gave me this coin when I broke 1 year, and check out the front of it. If you need a better look at it, it's in my community tab on the post. But on the back here, it's one of my favorite quotes now. It says, "Our greatest battles are those with our own minds," by Jameson Frank. And honestly, that's so true. I'll openly admit that I'm my own worst enemy, right? And when I saw that quote on the back of the coin, I was like, oh, mind blown. Oh my gosh. I've never related to a quote more than that one. I also, I guess we can monetize this. I like a lot of David Goggins books. I've read 2 of them now at this point. And he always talks about how your mind's just constantly trying to like F you. And that's super true. It's like, come on, mind. Can't we just win? National Women's Day. And also too, Ryan, like thinking about going for a run when you have stuff on your mind. I know there's times when I'll just be like super bent out of shape about something and then just go for a run and then completely forget about what I was even upset about by the time it was over.
What do we do? Happy International Women's Day.
Since that one song was so short, we can just. Here's a little snippet. Do you do any sports or anything like that, Ryan?
Happy International Women's Day.
Anything to occupy your mind besides just working? Cause I think that could be it too. Like, you know, we're so focused on having to work so much to pay the bills that we don't set aside any time for ourselves. Sorry. Every time it gets super windy like this, my allergies kick up to 1,000. I know, seriously, right? I read one of his books. Not, I don't think he didn't write it. It was someone else. Someone else wrote it for him. But he talked about how like when he was a kid in like elementary school and grade school, that he just felt so alone because his brain is just wired just so differently. And you never know, like, right? Like, I feel like we don't really know exactly what's going on in his mind, and maybe he has demons going on in his head, and his way of dealing with that is just to drown himself in work and overwork and just go at 1,000 miles an hour all the time. You know, it's a lot of what's the quote like? My demons walk, so that's why I run or something, or I can't slow down because then my demons will catch up to me.
Happy Happy International Women's Day.
That clip should have been. That's only a 4 second clip, but you know what? Sometimes the short ones are all that we need. My other dog's gonna want to come in the room here in just a few seconds. Watch. I can hear him come up the stairs. You know, it's all about to. I'm a big believer in, you know, the kind of music you listen to absolutely affects your mood. And if you're always listening to like sad songs and stuff like that, then you know you're gonna have sad thoughts and be like, oh my gosh, is this my life too? Like I listen to a lot of Zach Bryan, um, and you know I just realized like my life isn't that sad, and I shouldn't listen to this kind of music anymore. And I try to only listen to like positive music, which can be hard sometimes because there are a lot of good, really good songs, but. Like, so if you're like constantly drowning yourself in sadness, then you're gonna have just sad thoughts and a sad outlook on life. Again, that's why I don't drink. I'm 100% sober. I don't do anything. And that's definitely had a huge improvement on my mood. My opinion, like I wasn't drinking. Hold on, I'm listening really quick. Um, I forgot where I was going with this, or for I forgot where I was. But we'll just answer that question or this. Somewhat lonely. I read somewhere about loneliness. Generally, what's your idea about that? Do you think it can have improvements with itself? Honestly, I'm a pretty self-sufficient person. Let me let my other dog in. He's chilling. Come on, Charles. Oh no, just live streaming. Yeah. Yeah. So that's an interesting question that you have there. Because my girlfriend will definitely attest to this, that I am perfectly happy being alone. What's up, dude? You want to come say hey to the stream? Boy. Oh, this is my dog Charlie. I have two Jack Russells, but this is my younger man. Oh, you're okay. Oh, come say hey to the stream. Don't show me everyone your butt. Yeah, hi, buddy. It's funny. He'll sit there and scratch my shoulder forever. And I was like, well, you want to sit on my lap? And he's like, no, I just want to scratch you. I just want to put my butt in your face. Yeah, okay, on the bed. You either get comfortable or you get off me. What are you gonna do? Figure it out, buddy. Yeah, figure it out. Come on. Come on the bed. There you go. Gosh, you little shatter. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine being totally alone. I appreciate it. I have zero problem with it. That's why I ultra run, right? I do definitely tune into the belief that you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else or fully. I made this freaking video square, but y'all are.
International Women's Day.
Um.
Happy International Women's Day.
Gosh, turn that off. Yeah, you have to love yourself first before you can love anyone. Give or receive love. You have to love yourself. And two, at the end of the day, like regardless if you have a partner or this and that, when you close your eyes at night, it's still just you and your mind, right? So I think it is beneficial to be alone for a little bit. Like I'm divorced, and I was just doing my own thing for at least like 3 years before I ended up with my girlfriend now. Oh, okay. Just cracking my back here. So you got to put in the work for yourself, because if you're not, then you're not. Are you gonna have a successful relationship? You got to find out what you like and don't like in yourself and in a partner. Hope all this information is positive for you or helping. Yeah, hey Higgins. That's my other dog, Higgins. He doesn't like to be picked up at all. I'm gonna put some tunes on in the background just while I'm working, and I'd show them for you guys, but you know, we'll get the stream copywritten. And we got Pi Day coming up. Maybe we got one more video clip to do, and maybe we'll have that for Pi Day. My one dog Charlie has been known to kind of eat some stuff lately. He'll chew on things, so every time I hear him like making that kind of sound, I'm like, "What are you doing?" Well, it sounds like Ryan, you like doing a lot of reading, and that's important. A lot of people lately in my life have been like, "Oh, are you watching this? What are you streaming lately? What shows are you watching?" It's like, dude, who has time for all that? Who has time and who wants to just waste their time just watching garbage on TV? You know, we only have so much limited time on this earth, and you're gonna waste it by just sitting there watching mindless TV? No, we're gonna sit here and watch you on live on YouTube Live, which I really appreciate you guys tuning in. But it's just funny how we've normalized just it's like I just don't care what's on TV and stuff. I mean, I have a TV in my room, but I don't care about the kind of crap that they're producing nowadays. University, like going to college. I think it is beneficial, but also, are you are you really having any of your own thoughts, or are you just regurgitating what a professor has told you, right? All these kids think they're so smart and all this stuff, but they're just repeating what their professor has told them. There is one. What's his name? It's on this guy. I'm not advertising for him right now. College is a Charlie Kirk. He has this book called College is a Scam, and I have never read it, but I mean, just based off the subtitle alone, how America's universities are bankrupting and brainwashing away the future of America's youth. Like, I gotta agree with that. And you spent hundreds of $1,000s on a useless degree. My favorite quote that I don't know if I came up with it or not, but the only people that care about you having a master's degree are other people with master's degree. The 99.99% of the population that does not give a rat's ass. Sorry for swearing. That you have a master's degree. Are you loyal, dependable? Can you work hard? Like, that's what we care about. Are you gonna show up on time? Gosh, Higgins. You okay, buddy? I did. I mean, I went to college. I just have an AS degree, but I got mine in fire technology because I was trying to be a firefighter. So you needed at least a degree for that. But it's kind of stupid, like how some entry level jobs are like, oh, you need this degree and that degree and 5 levels of experience. But it's like, wait a second, I thought this was an entry level job. Why do I need all this? I think trade schools are good. Learn a trade. The thing about learning a trade or a skill is no one can take that away from you. We're always gonna need plumbers. We're always gonna need electricians. We're always gonna need people that can build things. There's a real big need for someone that knows how to work on like 80s, 90s, early 2000s, kind of like small engines, because a lot of kids don't want to do that. They don't want to learn like mechanics and stuff, and that's just sad. Like, honestly, there's a lot of fun stuff, or fun. You get a fun sense of accomplishment when you can go out just in the front yard and change your own oil in your car. Instead of being a guy that like has to take it to someone else to have another guy change their oil. Like, come on, man. Now I get if you live in like an apartment or something and you don't have access to a garage and kind of more of a little bit more of a Ken Burns effect on this. No, never mind. What the heck is going on here? What? Well, we haven't really made any alternate timelines. Let's see here. Create a timeline where paper. All right, so the prompt is create an alternate timeline where universities and colleges didn't exist and people didn't waste their time and go into extreme debt for a piece of paper. So let's see what it comes up with here. So it's calling it the mastery economy, a society built on apprenticeship, guilds, and real world learning. Love it already. In this alternate timeline, universities and colleges never developed as centralized institutions of higher learning. Instead, the world evolved through a system of apprenticeships, mastery guilds, and practical learning networks that emphasized real world experience over theoretical knowledge. Historical divergence. During the Renaissance, instead of universities gaining dominance, guilds and trade schools became the primary sources of education. These guilds were not just for artisans and blacksmiths, but expanded to include medicine, engineering, law, and even philosophy. By the Industrial Revolution, instead of universities churning out degrees, corporations and industries developed in house learning academies, training people directly for real world work. Instead of spending 4 years in a classroom memorizing information they may never use, individuals enter practical learning pathways at a young age. The idea of formalized education debt is non existent because learning is always tied to income and productivity. You get paid to learn rather than being paid to taught. Key features of the mastery economy: the guild system, aka professional networks. Every profession has its own guild, responsible for certifying skills and maintaining standards. Instead of degrees, people earn mastery badges or certifications through hands on work. Entry into profession is based on practical assessment, not a diploma. Apprenticeship as the norm. Young people start working under experienced mentors, learning by doing instead of sitting in classrooms. A carpenter works alongside a carpenter works alongside a master carpenter. An aspiring doctor assists experienced physicians, and programmers learn by working on real-world projects. No one starts their career with crippling debt. Instead, they are paid from day one as they learn. Corporate academies and real-world learning. Companies develop their own in-house training programs, ensuring employees gain exactly the skills they need. Tech companies run intensive coding boot camps. Hospital-trained medical apprentices who work on as assistants while learning. Instead of spending 4 years in school, most professionals achieve competency within 1 to 2 years of hands-on training. Digital mastery hubs and AI-driven learning. With the rise of AI, self-paced education through interactive learning systems replace the need for traditional lectures. Mastery tests rather than GPAs determine competency. Struggling with that word a little bit. People continue learning throughout their lives, taking new certifications as industries evolved. So here's the economic and social impact. No student debt crisis. People enter the workforce already earning instead of accumulating tens or hundreds of thousands in debt. Money is spent on real expenses and investments rather than paying for overpriced textbooks and tuition fees. There's faster workforce integration. Instead of waiting until their mid-20s to start careers, most professionals are fully trained by 18 through 20 through apprenticeships. This leads to earlier financial independence and higher lifetime earnings. Specialization and efficiency. Instead of wasting years on irrelevant general education courses, individuals learning is customized to the individual's strengths, ensuring higher productivity and job satisfaction. Research and innovation without bureaucracy. Science progress continues, but instead of being controlled by universities, research is funded directly by industry, private foundations, and citizen-led projects. The best minds are working hands-on in labs instead of spending decades chasing degrees in tenure positions. This is just this is just kind of mind-blowing, to be honest. Cultural shift, a respect for all professions. Society values practical skills as highly as intellectual ones. A master plumber or carpenter is respected as much as an AI engineer or doctor. The notion that success is tied to a university degree never exists. Instead, success is about mastery, experience, and innovation. Conclusion: this would this is sad. In conclusion, a smarter, more efficient world. In this timeline, people learn by doing. Debt is a foreign concept, and everyone has a clear path to success based on real skills rather than institutional gatekeeping. Productivity soars, innovation thrives, and no one wastes years of their life paying for a piece of paper that may or may not help them in the real world. Would you want to live in this timeline? Yeah, absolutely, I would. Yeah, people that are in their like 50s and 60s that finally become doctors, right? Just because they have a PhD. It's like, dude, who the freak cares? Like, again, I don't care. I don't care. The general population public does not care. This timeline just makes sense. Why spend years memorizing outdated theories and racking up debt when you could be learning hands on, making money, and actually contributing to something meaningful from the start? It'd be a world where merit and skill actually matter, not just some fancy piece of paper. No ridiculous tuition fees, no pointless gen ed courses, just straight up learning by doing. Imagine the innovation and progress if people weren't held back by bureaucracy and debt. And the best part, respect for all professions. No more looking down on trades or practical skills. Whether you're a mechanic, a scientist, or software engineer, your value would be based on your expertise, not your degree status. How wild. What a joke we live in. Hope that answered your question, Ryan. I mean, talk about making me a little depressed. Has the chat just died out? Lately in my dude Clint stream, the chat just stalls out for some reason. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Nope, nope, still there. Okay, just making sure. Let's see. Have we exported the elephant plant ear video? We have not. I want to put some cross dissolve action up on here. Do some kind of little flashy. Oh, there's not enough. There's not enough space to make this transition. This is how I assume Final Cut talks. What kind of jobs would you want if you could live that timeline? If you didn't have to go to school in order to get a degree or something for a specific job, what kind of job would you guys want? Oh. Oh. I think it would. I'd enjoyed being a mechanic for that strawberry farm. That was awesome. I love going to work every single day. I don't know if you guys know your tractors too well, but the Kubota L2501 is probably my favorite tractor to work on. Super easy. Everything's just right there for you. Fun little tractor. It's good stuff. I missed that. I'm bummed they didn't ask me to go back to that position. They just said, all right, Max, thank you for your service, but you're done. We're done with you. That's okay. To be honest, I probably would have said no because there was one guy there that I just did not enjoy working with, and they stuck me with him. It's like they knew I didn't like working with him, and then he was a terrible employee, and so they would take his bad work and then put it on me and make me out to be like a bad worker too. And I was like, dude, no one's saying that for me either. And be like, no, when Max was working by himself, he would do 3 to 4 tractors a day. But then when you put him with this guy, he only did 2 tractors a day. And it was just kind of honestly a really toxic work environment. So I'm kind of glad to be out of there as much as I miss it. So I should have made those all reels instead of just scheduling a post. It's so stupid. Facebook is so dumb. Caption for our reel. No, yes. Elephant. I mean, you can learn so much in the real world from someone else, good and bad. You know, you could see someone that like sucks as a worker and be like, you know what, I'm gonna take something from this. I do not want to be like you. And like, I'd like to go back to school to get to learn how to weld and stuff. I think that'd be really fun and beneficial and something I'd enjoy. But I don't want to deal with like, um, like the quizzes and the tests and all that stuff. Just let me just go learn from a guy that knows how to weld. Oh, my back's hurting. Instead of spending 16 weeks paying all that money and going to school for, like, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on formalized education. And I'm supposed to, I don't know, supposed to is the right word, but they did talk about making me or creating a TikTok for him, and I'm just like, ugh, I hate being on TikTok. And I mean, there is a desktop app where you can, part of me wants to reload these as reels instead of just posts. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, TikTok. I feel like I lose brain cells when I'm on that website. And I'm not even browsing anything. I'm just using it to upload videos or the videos I've created for the flower shop. It's just like, people actually spend their time on this site. It's just the same theory as watching trash TV. Like, what the heck? People actually want to waste their time doing this? Like, I want to waste my time going for a run right now, but it's so windy out. I'm just like, you know what? I'm okay. I don't think I need to run today. I could probably just rest. My HRV's in the red. I don't know if you guys track your HRV or anything like that, but my HRV has been going downhill for the past 3 days. So it probably would be beneficial for me to rest today again. It looks like they took rain out of the forecast for tomorrow too. So that's good. I'll just bring my running stuff with me to work. Do we have any more alternative timelines? Let's see. So the question was though, what kind of mastery path do you think you take? And I said adventure-based entrepreneur auto mechanic. And then it said that fits you perfectly. In this alternate timeline, you'd probably be running a badass adventure-based business where you mix running, videography, and travel into something unique. Maybe organizing epic ultra marathons, filming high adrenaline adventure content, or even designing and selling gear specifically for endurance athletes. You could be the Flying 90 experience, taking people on guided trail running adventures while documenting the whole thing with cinematic footage. Or if you went the auto mechanic route, you'd probably own a specialty garage focused on off-road and adventure vehicles, maybe even a customization shop for overlanding rigs, jeeps, and go-karts. Instead of sitting in a classroom for years, you'd have trained under mastery mechanics, getting paid to learn, and by now you'd have your own garage and YouTube channel showing off crazy adventures. Honestly, in this world, you could do both. No degree holding gatekeepers telling you to pick just one. You could master multiple crafts, making money doing what you love without ever stepping foot in a college classroom. If this timeline were real, do you think you'd have gone straight into adventure entrepreneurship, or would you have started as a mechanic and built your business from there? Oof, that's a tough question. I'm not entirely too sure. I'm just sending it to one of my friends. I can't send him this video, but I'm just gonna copy and paste the stuff we've read. Cause like gosh, what a joke that college and university. Thanks Ryan for this prompt because it got me all fired up about that. And I know so many people that glorify having a degree, and it's like, shut up, no one cares. What do you do with it? Oh, I'm a barista at Starbucks. And it's like, you need a master's degree for that? I don't think so. You don't need a master's degree to ask, do you want a Venti, Grande, or tall? Is that the three Starbucks sizes? I don't go there, so I don't really know. But you know what I'm saying, you guys? Oh. Oh. I'm leaving. What's up, Ghost? Good to see you. It's been a while. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're just making alternate realities here, or alternate timelines where things didn't exist. So if you have any suggestions on one you'd like to see us create, please just let us know in the comments here. Dude, hey, it's good to be busy, right? Yesterday we did one where Jeff Gordon never left NASCAR. The day before we did one where the Viking culture never got dissolved by never got dissolved by Christianity. And today we kind of just finished up one where colleges and universities didn't exist. So if you have any thoughts, please let us know. Okay, I like that. Let's see what it comes up with here. Create an timeline where Mike Tyson never got out of his prime. What's your favorite version of Mike Tyson? You know, like the one where he just got out of prison and he was just super gnarly and just like all shredded, was just out for blood. That's a pretty gnarly one. I think that'd be my favorite one. Are you ready for this? Yeah, think about it and listen to this. Okay, Iron Mike, unbreakable, the Tyson that never fell. 1998, the peak extends. After dismantling Michael Spinks in 91 seconds, Mike Tyson doubles down on his discipline. Instead of partying and surrounding himself with distractions, he remains under the strict guidance of Kevin Rooney. Don King never infiltrates his circle, and Tyson's focus stays razor sharp. 1990, the Douglas fight never happens. Instead of underestimating Buster Douglas, Tyson enters the fight in peak condition. He obliterates Douglas in under 3 rounds, defending his undisputed heavyweight title. The loss that shook the world never happens, and Tyson's mystique remains intact. 1992, no incarceration, total domination. In this timeline, Tyson never serves prison time. He continues defending his titles, racking up dominant wins over rising challengers like Riddick Bowe, Ray Mercer, and even Lennox Lewis, who was still developing in the early 90s. The heavyweight division remains his playground. 1996, the Holyfield saga changes. By 1996, Tyson is still the most feared man on the planet. Evander Holyfield gets his title shot, but instead of wearing Tyson down and stopping him, Holyfield finds himself on the receiving end of an early round knockout. No herb-biting incident, no shameful losses. 1999, the Lennox Lewis mega fight. A prime Tyson versus a prime Lewis becomes the most anticipated fight of the decade. In this reality, Tyson's power and speed still reign supreme. After a brutal war, Tyson knocks Lewis out in the 7th round, cementing his status as the greatest heavyweight of all time. 2003, Tyson's perfect record. By the early 2000s, Tyson remains undefeated. He carefully selects fights, avoiding unnecessary wear and tear. Instead of declining due to financial troubles, he transitions into a mentor role while still fighting sparingly. The fight world sees a version of Tyson that is wiser, smarter, and still terrifying. 2005, the greatest of all time. With an unparalleled career spanning 2 decades, Tyson finally retires, undefeated with a record of 60-0. He is recognized as the greatest heavyweight in history, surpassing Ali and Joe Louis in the eyes of fans and historians. The legacy lives on. Instead of being remembered for controversies, Tyson's legacy becomes one of sheer dominance. He becomes a respected ambassador for the sport, training the next generation of heavyweights while enjoying a life of peace and prosperity. Would this timeline change boxing forever? Absolutely. Would we still get the beloved, wise, and hilarious Tyson we have today? Maybe not. But in the ring, Iron Mike remains untouchable. I'm going to ask it now. Would he still fight Jake Paul and be for money? Or would he destroy him? The Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was just such a cash grab. So in this alternate timeline where Mike Tyson never fell off, his career and financial decisions would look completely different. Let's break it down. Yeah, I know, right? Would Prime Tyson fight Jake Paul? Probably not. In this reality, Tyson never experiences financial troubles. See, it was a cash grab, right? So there would be no need for money grab fights. Instead of making a comeback for spectacle, he would retire undefeated and be a respected legend. Think Muhammad Ali's status, but without the tragic post-career struggles. But if he did, let's say for some reason Tyson agrees to fight Jake Paul in his timeline. Prime Tyson versus Jake Paul would be a massacre. Tyson, even at 50% of his time, would easily dismantle Jake Paul within 1 round. His speed, power, and footwork would be way beyond what Jake Paul has ever dealt with. This wouldn't be a fun celebrity boxing match. It would be a public execution. The ref would probably have to step in before someone got hurt. And reality check. Yeah, I know, right? Mike Tyson was still looking like super sharp. Even Joe Rogan was like, holy moly, I would not want to get in, like, not that Joe Rogan's a fighter, but just as like a UFC boxing commentator, he's like, I would never want to get in the ring with him. So reality check, would this fight even be allowed? In this timeline, Tyson's reputation is too respected for him to even entertain such a fight. Boxing commissions wouldn't sanction it, and Tyson himself would likely see it as beneath him. Instead, he'd probably train real contenders or even be a promoter like Floyd Mayweather, making money in the background while still influencing the sport. Final verdict, if Prime Tyson somehow fought Jake Paul, he'd obliterate him within under a minute. But in this timeline, he wouldn't even entertain the fight. It wouldn't be worth his time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So would you say that martial arts is how you would describe like UFC and stuff like that? But he's still like as a fight commentator, right? You can kind of say that about Joe Rogan. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to just it's tough to describe Joe Rogan, to be honest. Not in like a bad way. Could you imagine? Come on, scroll up, scroll up. Yeah, hit us with it, Ghost. Let's see what we got here. What if Eminem never got famous? Okay, I like that one. This is awesome. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Okay, this is a mind blowing one for me. Do you know Eminem's middle name? It's it's Bruce. Marshall Bruce Mathers the third. I don't know why I'm laughing. Sorry, my dad's first name is Bruce. Are you ready for this? Alternate timeline: a world without Eminem's fame. In this timeline, Marshall Bruce Mathers III never rises to mainstream success as Eminem. His talent remains undiscovered by Dr. Dre, and the course of hip hop history shifts dramatically. 1996, The Infinite Struggle. Eminem releases Infinite in 1996, but instead of catching the attention of industry insiders, it remains a local Detroit underground project. Discouraged by poor reception and financial struggles. Sorry, my eyes are getting a little blurry here. Discouraged by poor reception and financial struggles, Mathers continues working as a short order cook while participating in local rap battles. 1997 to 1998, No Slim Shady LP. Gosh, dang. My, my vision is getting so blurry I can't even read the screen. Sorry, guys. Where was I here? Okay, in 1997. See you, Ghost. Thanks for stopping by and being so entertaining. I'll catch you at the next one. Without Dr. Dre rediscovering his Slim Shady EP at the Rap Olympics, Eminem fails to secure a record deal. His alter ego, Slim Shady, never reaches a global audience, and without proper backing, he never creates the Slim Shady LP. Instead, he remains a Detroit based battle rapper, admired locally but unknown beyond underground circles. Just keep it spooky. I like that. I like that send off, dude. Without Eminem, Dr. Dre's 2001 album lacks Forget About Dre and What's the Difference. Dre focuses more on his production work for Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube, but struggles to find a new protege. 50 Cent never blows up. Without Eminem to sign him to Slim Shady Records in 2002, 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying never reaches the same level of success. Without this momentum, G Unit remains an underground collective. D12 never forms nationally. Proof and other Detroit MCs never achieved global fame, remaining local legends instead of becoming the stars in the early 2000s. Rap music evolves differently. Without Eminem's influence, the rise of lyrical storytelling rap in the early 2000s is stunted. The dominance of gangster rap extends longer, while later artists like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole take longer to emerge in the mainstream. Interesting. By the mid 2000s, Marshall Mathers, now in his 30s, retires from battle rap and takes a job as a music producer in Detroit. He mentors younger artists, but his own music never breaks through. In an alternate twist, he becomes a ghostwriter for mainstream rappers, secretly penning some of the biggest hits without recognition. Meanwhile, the world never sees Lose Yourself, No 8 Mile, and rap music never experiences the impact of angsty, introspective white rapper who shattered racial and artistic barriers. A world without Eminem? Question mark. Hip hop still thrives, but it lacks the raw, rebellious, and deeply personal lyricism that made him one of the greatest of all time. Without Drake. Let's get rid of Drake in this one. In this reality, Drake never rises to global stardom, drastically altering the landscape of hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that Lil Wayne recruited Drake. Interesting. Drake. Well, guys, my vision is getting super blurry, and it's getting really hard to like type and edit and do all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna pop off here too. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for almost 80 minutes. Um, I don't know if I'll be going live tonight with Clint. He hasn't texted me about that. Um, and at 6 my time, I'm going over to my girlfriend's house for their family dinner night. So I don't think I'll be making it to Clint's stream by 7 anyways. Golly, someone's out there wild hogging around. But yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll know when we go live. Turn on notifications so you always know when we go live. Look at my videos. You can find a link to my merch store. Any little bit helps. My channel's not monetized, so anything you buy in the merch store absolutely helps me out, and I really appreciate it. But other than that, I will catch you guys at the next one. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys later.